And the Lakers all decked out as they made their way off the bus and into the arena earlier on. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A terrific evening look at Old Town there. The historic city of Boston is our backdrop tonight. It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. With Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And we welcome in someone who has been writing and communicating NBA basketball thoughts in book, over the air, in podcasts, and on TV, the terrific Bill Simmons. Bill, great to have you.
And now for somebody who's playing a video game at 3 in the morning. That's my next.
Thank
that's
you
the
very
next
much.
phase for me.
But isn't this a great venue for
This is great.
I know.
This is great. They're half asleep. My voice is waking them up. I'm excited.
Bill Simmons is terrific.
Yeah. Wake up. I'm talking to you.
DA, take it away.
Well, last season, the Celtics tried to balance minutes between a talented core of younger players along with their trio of superstar veterans. With the departure of Kyrie Irving and Al Horford, now youth must be served. The question is, how far can that carry them?
And I feel, David, they're still in great position. I know you do too. Thanks for that report. Now let's check out our starters for the Los Angeles Lakers. Bryant is out there with Fisher. Then it's Pau Gasol. And it's Bynum in at the 5. And for the Celtics, they've got Perkins. Allen out there with Rajon Rondo. And it's Garnett. And it's Pierce in at the small 4. The Lakers win the tip. Fisher with the ball. Outside Gasol. Pass to Bryant. Bynum down low. Perkins on him. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. And so it's Boston with it. Rondo passes to Perkins. From 10 feet out, that one wide left. And here in Boston, Bill, the place where you received your master's degree in journalism. Talk about the Celtics at that time in the early to mid-90s.
Well, Larry Bird retired, Kevin McHale retired. They knocked the Boston Garden down. We were in the lottery for a bunch of years. It was a terrible decade, Kevin. Thanks for asking.
But still a Boston fan, true and true, right? Huh?
Yeah. Well, I grew up, we were doing well, then we weren't doing well. Now we're doing great again. That's the team of the future.
Pierce always been great at just getting into the heart of the defense. Feels real comfortable when he's in attack mode around the rim.
Now here's Kobe. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Now Fisher, following the three-point attempt by Pierce. Fisher dishes to Bynum. The pass to Gasol. Lets it go from 14. And he can't bank that one in. Now here's Allen. Pass to Garnett. The Celtics working the ball around now. They get the rebound. Outside for Rondo. It's good from long range.
And every now and then, Rondo will surprise you with the occasional triplet, showing it off there with range.
Outside Bryant. Gasol up top. Back to Kobe. Garnett against Gasol, and they double up Gasol. Here's Fisher, and they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Now here's Pierce. Perkins kicks to Pierce. 6 to shoot. Gasol with the steal. Now Bryant. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in. Passes it to Fisher. Artest on the wing. Here's Bynum. Nails the 16-footer. And from everything we're hearing, Bill, the draft's one and done aspect may be coming to an end. Like it?
For me, the G League is the key to all of this. I would like to see the guys come right out of high school and go to the G League and have an actual infrastructure that's attached to the real team.
And the G League is having an effect on the NBA. There are a lot of former guys from that league playing in the big league.
And the other thing is, like, sports rights are becoming more and more valuable with the streaming services. And just the fact that you can watch a game anywhere you are. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it if you're in China. You can watch it if you're in Hawaii. And I think the G League should be a bigger thing. So if they can figure out a way to kind of steal college basketball's corner with some of this stuff while also preparing these guys. The one and done, that makes no sense to me. I don't understand what anyone gains from going to college for 5 months and then pretend they're a college student.
Here's Rondo following the basket by Kobe Bryant.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Pass to Fisher, offside Gasol. Now the pass to Kobe, offside Gasol. And they double up Gasol. Pass to Fisher. For three, Kobe. Garnett grabs the board. Celtics trail by 4. Perkins, the pass to Rondo. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And how good is Rondo in terms of the focus at the rim? Doesn't matter how much contact there is, he's just got that ability to finish.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, you'll take what he can give you from the free throw line. Looking at his numbers, just really not one of his strengths. Shooting in the low 60s last season.
Mind the lane. Mind the lane. One shot.
On the free throw, no good.
And when engaged, Rondo is special. A triple-double threat who does a little bit of everything for his squad.
Outside, Kobe, pass to Gasol. Ryan against Pierce, 6 on the shot clock. Again, Los Angeles.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed, no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about the travel, though. And they've looked at it, and they've really studied it, and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1, and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff. And it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West, which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah, made no sense.
So they've never really 100% figured out the conferences. And I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah. Now here's Rondo, and it's Pierce in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. Outside Gasol. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Bynum kicks to Kobe. Here's Fisher. And the Lakers with another miss.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Perkins. And it's Perkins with the jam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Here's Kobe. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. Bryant's got 10 points. The Celtics have gone 7 of 12 from the field here in the first quarter. Here's Rondo. He has 7. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Allen. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. 5th on the list, the Celtics.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Odom's checked in. Bill, you look at the awards given out by the league. Most have been around for a while. But is there any award that you'd like to add? Something that's not being touched on in terms of high performance and success?
I think that there should be a playoff MVP. I made this case in my book.
That's a great idea.
There's always like a best guy in every postseason, and I would like to see who that would be. And it's pretty easy to go backwards and figure out who it was. I did that. Just go backwards and have all the backstory of who it should have been, but then going forward, now here are the ones we're adding. I would like to see that. I would also like to see a best bench celebration award, because certain teams just have these guys. They're good at pointing. They're good at fist pumping. First guy during the timeout running over.
Chest bumps.
They have handshakes.
All of it, yeah.
They're waiting at the scorer's table before the game to do the special handshake with each guy. I feel like that guy deserves some shine. Last year, DeAndre Jordan, I think, was one of the first guys I remember who was just great at this before he started playing. Late 2000s clips. I was like, man, this guy's he's not playing, but he's really
into
figuring
it.
out how to affect the game.
Good.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
The pass to Bynum. Bryant looking over the floor. To shoot. Unable to get that one. Now Boston takes it the other way. The Lakers beat them last time when these two teams met in Los Angeles.
And turnovers were the story for them when they saw each other last. I mean, just a heartbreaking way to lose the game.
Perkins dishes to Rondo. A floater, and it's good on the layup. Rondo's got 9. The Lakers trail. And here's Fisher. And it's Bryant at the elbow. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Boy, you cannot leave him alone like that. Good form on the fadeaway jumper.
And so it's Rondo bringing it up for the Boston Celtics. You've been producing documentaries going deeper into athlete stories, which I know you love, because I think you're curious more than anything else.
Yeah.
So what drew you to that process?
Initially, it was we dove into these stories. We thought that was the inefficiency of, instead of these big, broad type of documentaries, concentrate on events and players and moments and things like that. And I think as you get into that and you start doing it, it just becomes intoxicating. And the cool thing about it is no story should be told the same way you would tell somebody else's story. You just don't know. You got to figure it out. Like we had Steve Nash his last Lakers season. He wanted to do a documentary about it. And then we spitballed it, and we decided it was actually a better idea to do an in-the-moment digital series about it that you could experience in real time with the thing. And it was the right idea, and that was really good. I think trying to figure out what story clicks the best with an athlete, how to tell whatever story they have correctly, is the coolest part about that.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Odom against Pierce. Pierce is doubled. Garnett outside. Shot clock at 6. From deep. And again, Boston with the triple.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
Fisher, the pass to Bryant. Inside and stolen by Perkins. Garnett finds Rondo. Here's the teardrop. Rejected by Gasol. Second shot opportunity. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Celtics have started out 0 of 1 from the line, missing their only other attempt early. The Celtics making a switch here. Allen's checked in, and the Lakers also making a change. Brown's checked in.
Mind the lane. Left side.
The free throw drops for Rondo. And 1:01 left to play in the first quarter. Ryan against Pierce. Shot on the wing. Bryant's shot is good. Bryant's got 14 points.
Well, this quarter has been all about this guy. He is trying to close the gap in the score.
Outside Pierce. For three. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Fisher with the ball. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game. Good on the three-point shot. And now just a 2-point Celtic lead.
This guy reads situations so well, and he knows how to execute.
Now here's Pierce. From deep three-point range, he can't hit that time.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the three, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Back to the action after this word. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And what do you guys think about Boston here in this one?
Just stretching out the floor in that first, they had the defense scrambling.
And that was obviously the plan coming in. Now the big question, can they maintain that efficiency from range as the game goes along?
Boston's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. On the court right now for the Celtics, Rajon Rondo is out there with Tony Allen. Then there's Wallace. Then it's Pierce. And it's Garnett in at the 4. Bill, if you were just hired as a GM, which franchise would you model your approach after?
I really like what the Clippers did the last couple years when they realized they didn't have quite enough to win the title. And instead of just being beholden to being darn close but not quite, they actually blew it up and tried to figure out how to create cap space, find some young players,
And still stay competitive.
build
So
the
they kept the momentum of their franchise.
Yeah, they stumbled into a situation where they had a lot of flexibility no matter what. I think the Celtics before them did the same thing in the mid-2000s. They're just trying to find assets and figure it out on the fly. That's the approach I would use. I would never fully commit one way or the other to anything. The goal is to try to accumulate assets and figure out what you have. And I think the smartest teams do that.
Now here's Odom on the money with the open jumper. Odom's got his third basket of the night right there.
You know, it seemed to me they were shying away from a foul there. The D still has to be a little bit more physical than that. He's got to feel you.
Here's Pierce. Here's Rondo. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off. Kobe against Pierce. Kobe kicks to Brown. Pass to Kobe. 5 on the clock. There's the triple. Garnett grabs the board. Garnett's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Ryan against Pierce. It's Allen on the wing. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Kobe, and the dunk by Kobe.
And Bryant just plays without fear. In fact, he's constantly looking to score through the contact.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight. It's tied up with that one. For Boston, they come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the off season. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month. And then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening. And then all of a sudden the season's close. And then you just kind of recycle. And it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Yeah, right. Now here's Bynum over Garnett. Again, the Lakers. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Allen surveying the D. Outside Rondo. Pass to Pierce. And it's Rondo penetrating. With that miss, he's now made 6 and missed 6 from the field. Passes to Farmar. Bryant against Garnett. Now Bryant. He's got 19. Out of bounds. Boston takes possession. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition team. The Lakers second.
I mean, it's a crowd-pleasing style, right? I mean, this club just got out and ran at every possible chance.
And the Lakers making a change here. Artest is checked in. Long range from the inbound. It's hauled in by Brown.
Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy. Just struggling to make shots right now.
Outside Odom. He dishes it to Farmar. Lakers working the ball around now. Wallace against Bynum. Over Wallace. Bynum, no good. The Celtics have gone just 2 of 8 shooting here in the second quarter. Allen against Brown. And the pass to Wallace. Outside Rondo. Hits the three-point bomb. Rondo's got 18 points in the game. Bill, defenders are doing a better job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the landing space.
Landing space.
And all that stuff. Like,
Well, what would you call
load management. We have all these phrases now. It's like, how did these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that
I
start?
don't know.
Can we just play
I'm
basketball?
just like work. Yeah, they figure just rest. Just go
What's the
rest.
thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's
Yeah,
another one. When did we start
gathering
saying
the-
that?
gathering the
I never
ball.
said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. Yep, it counts. 11 points for Paul Pierce. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Bynum. He's got 6. Pass to Odom. Lock at 6. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, he's got 9.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Rondo wide open, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
And that makes it 2 3-pointers in the quarter so far and 4 for the game.
Brown outside. Kicks it to Artest. Odom, the pass to Artest. Over Pierce. And Artest gets it to go on the assist by Odom. Artest's got it all tied up now for the Lakers. Rondo, bounce pass. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And checking out the stats for Rondo, he had a strong showing last season. last season put up about 9 points a game, 8 assists, and 5 rebounds. And he paced the whole team in points per game last season.
Well, his teammates understood that he was their best option, and understandably, Greg, they got him the rock.
Now, here is our test.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Pass to Wallace. Pierce for 3, and the Celtics hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Rajon Rondo with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Allen's checked in for Pierce. Los Angeles making a switch here. Allen against our test. Passes it to Gasol. No good. And it's Boston the other way. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Here's Allen. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Garnett the pass to Wallace. That shot misses. Good work defensively by Gasol. Lakers trail by 3. Now Farmall. And there's the pass to Vujacic. Here's Gasol. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Allen kicks to Allen. Back to Allen. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. Perkins is checked in for the Celtics. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 7 of their 12 field goal attempts to drop here in the second quarter, up over 50%. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. Then on Monday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Utah Jazz. First free throw is good. Odom drops him. And here's Rondo. He's got 21. He kicks it to Garnett. Here's Allen. Softly drops in the floater. Allen's got his second bucket of the night.
And how about Allen, able to control his body on these physical finishes, terrific at keeping the balance as he's getting bumped by the defense.
Now, here is our test. Here's Vujacic. Shot clock at 6. Here's Odom. No good. That would have tied it.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Now, here is our test. After the miss from Kevin Garnett. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. It's on Rajon Rondo. The Lakers have looked good at the line, and they're perfect in 4 attempts.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
Robinson's checked in for Rajon Rondo. That one misses for Odom.
Boy, showing a lot more aggressiveness now after making 0 trips to the line in the first quarter.
Arcing shot. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Odom's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Farmar deciding where to go with it. Outside Artest. Here's Vujicic, and that one's on target from the wing. Vujicic has got his first 2 points. Well, guys, this first half has been about as tightly contested as you could hope for.
There have been a lot of lead changes. My goodness.
Now here's Allen. No points in the game yet for him. Nothing that time. He's 0 for 2. The Lakers in the lead. Artest with the ball. Pass to Farmar. Here's Odom. Over Allen. Shot by Odom, no good. Boston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Allen passes to Garnett. Allen outside. The Celtics working the ball around now. Stolen by Vujicic. Here's Farmar. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Lakers shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. And he can't get the first one. Boston making a switch here. Davis is checked in. He hits the second from the line.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
Outside Robinson. Pass to Allen. He feeds it to Perkins. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And a special thanks to our guest, Bill Simmons. Always a compelling discussion, and I hope we can continue.
Please, I'm available. Just call me. I'm ready.
I will.
All right, I'm
There's
ready.
your number right here on my speed
you
dial.
have my number. Call me.
Good. Doris, you read most reporters, they try to stay impartial, but not Bill Simmons.
I think that's what makes him special, Kevin, right? He has his own lens through which he sees things, and he is unafraid to give you his opinion.
Count it.
And this is Allen's game. One of the quickest releases we've ever seen. Amazing shooting off that pass.
Farmar passes to Odom. Gasol against Perkins. Gasol's shot is good. Gasol's got 5 now.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Outside, Robinson kicks it to Davis. Here's Allen. Kept alive. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Perkins got the game tied up here for the Celtics.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Farmar with the bucket.
And he just big boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Now here is Robinson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Now Vujicic. That will count. Got it to fall! It went down! He got it to fall!
He did it!
That's a miracle. Are you kidding me?
Listen, under duress of the end of the period, you just throw it up and hope.
And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Lakers ahead, up by 5. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter was all about Kobe Bryant. He ended up with 19 points, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense. Called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Celtics?
They did some good things, but not enough. They need to start being more assertive. Go harder to the rim. Generate some free throw opportunities at the very least. Do something.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Rajon Rondo has been sensational.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Celtics trail by 5, so the Lakers 5 right now. They've got Pau Gasol, Derek Fisher out there with Bryant, and it's Artest in at the 3 slot. Now here's Allen, and Garnett has it in the corner. Back to Allen, passes it to Rondo, just 4 to shoot. With some arc, and Gasol sends it back. And here's Fisher. On the wing, Kobe. Bynum down low, covered by Perkins. They grab their own miss. Here's Gasol, nails the baby hook. Gasol's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Lakers. Boston's gotten a positive outcome on 7 of their 14 three-pointers in this game. Not bad at all. Teardrop shot. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down now to just 5 on the bucket from Paul Pierce. Of course, you've covered so many great basketball players over your many years in this business. As a player, coach, now broadcaster, who has been your favorite athlete to watch or cover or report on?
All right, Kevin, you know I can't possibly name one, so I'm going to just throw several names out there. LeBron James has overcome so many challenges as a young person even before his NBA career. So his story is absolutely incredible and inspirational. How about Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers in the history of the NBA, or Damian Lillard, who has proven so loyal to his fan base and organization and is one bad man when a game is on the line in the playoffs.
Now Fisher, following the three-point attempt by Pierce. The pass to Gasol. Outside Bryant. And it's off from three-point range. And so Allen will bring it up for the Celtics. Rondo, and he lays it straight in. Rondo's got 23.
And when Rondo gets going, the D is in for a long night. You got to prevent him from getting those rhythm looks early on.
Rondo against Fisher. He kicks to Kobe. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Shoot 2.
And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Celtics trail by 5. Pass to Garnett. Allen against Kobe. Allen Allen kicks to Perkins. Just 5 to shoot. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. They get Paul Gasol.
And the Celtics last season mourning the passing of the great John Havlicek.
You know, Greg, he spent his entire career with the Celtics. He won 8 titles along the way. He was known as one of the great competitors and a class individual. His legacy undoubtedly will live on.
And that one falls for Allen. And Allen drops them both. Here's Kobe. He's got 21. 3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Rebound, Boston.
1 for 5 has got to be a frustrating start, and they just don't look sharp right now. Can they find their offensive game?
Yeah, you can't let Rondo get free in those situations. He's an absolute terror on the fast break.
Rondo against Fisher. Outside Artest. Over Garnett. Artest, good. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pierce with it. 16 points for him. Bynum with the block. And he recovers it. Gasol finds Bryant. Gasol the bounce pass. Allen against Bryant. Here's Gasol, and Gasol slams it in.
And really, Gasol just never stops attacking the boards, just utterly relentless at pounding the glass.
So the Celtics call timeout. They're first. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
That's good from Bynum on the assist by Bryant. Bynum's got the lead up to 7 now for the Lakers.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
Here's Pierce. Boston again missing.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
Outside, Kobe. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And really, this is the time to push it. Try to extend that lead.
You know, they can make things much easier on themselves in the fourth if they just have a few more possessions like that.
It's stolen by Bryant. There's the dish to Gasol. And that one, good.
You know, I thought in the first half this guy was pressing. He was rushing. Now he's settled into the game.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
What's up?
And Gasol is a guy who can do a multitude of things well. I mean, he scores it, rebounds it, passes it, just an all-around talent.
Now here's Rondo. 25 points in the game. Nobody near Allen. That's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Allen's got 12.
And with that three-pointer, how about ending that 11-0 run by Los Angeles.
Kobe against Allen. The fader pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. Bryant's got 25 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one. Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
So it's the Celtics now, trailing by 13. Rondo looking around. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Rondo's got 6 in the quarter.
Boy, he's been cooking, but the teammates, he's just not getting a lot of support from them.
Pass to Bynum. Outside Bryant. Kobe draws the dump. And here's Fisher. Outside Kobe. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Goes up the baseline. Again, Los Angeles.
Well, they're calling his number time and time again, and he is delivering.
Now a timeout called by Boston. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
Davis is checked in for the Celtics. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Kobe throws it down.
Yeah, love seeing Bryant just get up and go for it. His leaping ability never ceases to impress.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 27. Kicks to Davis. Back to Rondo. Now the feed to Davis. Lays it up and banks it in.
And they know for next time, don't let him establish position down low.
Well, Greg, coaches call that doing your work early. If you are there defensively, it really does not allow for him to establish that kind of excellent positioning down low.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by Boston. Then Gasol with the dunk.
Yeah, and it doesn't take a whole lot of effort for Gasol to dunk it home. At 7 feet tall, he uses his height to power home those jams.
Now here's Rondo. Fisher grabs the board. Fisher's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Celtics trail by 17. Passes to Davis. And it's good coming on the assist by Rajon Rondo. Rondo's got 3 assists now in this one. There's the pass to Gasol. Fades. No good off the front iron.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
It's Pierce on the wing. Back to Wallace. For 3, Pierce. Oh, good on that one. Great D that time from Walton.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
From deep. Fisher can't hit. And here's Wallace. He'll bring it up for Boston. Right side, Pierce. Over Fisher. The shot by Pierce will not go.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Now, here's Bryant. He's got 31. Walton from outside, off the mark.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's Rondo. Great D that time from Walton.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Here's Wallace. Boston, no good that time either. Lakers leading by 15. Now Bryant. Over in the corner, Gasol to end the cold streak. No good that time. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Here's Wallace. The Lakers with the rebound. Gasol's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Timeout called the Lakers. And some changes here for the Celtics. Tony Allen's checked in for Wallace. Robinson is subbed in for Rajon Rondo. And then for the Lakers, Odom's checked in, and it's Brown in for Walton. Outside Odom. And Robinson comes to help. Back to Odom. Over Pierce. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Los Angeles, they have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
Shooting 2.
That one is off. Perkins, he's checked in for Allen. And he's good on the second.
And done a much better job from the line this half. They've gotten that percentage up over 80 for the game.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And here is Robinson, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring hit from him. Top of the key, Pierce. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on it.
Los Angeles leading by 14. Brown outside. Pass to Odom. Lakers working the ball around now. Takes the 3. Brown, good. Brown's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Here's Pierce. He's got 18. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
I don't think there's any question, Greg. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
And so it's Los Angeles, feeling good about their 17-point lead heading into the break. They've kept the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Davis is out there with Perkins. Then it's Robinson. Then it's Tony Allen. And it's Pierce in at the 3 spot. That's who's in the game for the Celtics. Kobe draws the double. Here's Odom. That's in, coming off an assist from Bryant. Kobe's got 5 assists tonight.
Well, the size advantage playing a big part there. Just calmly rises and fires.
Allen dishes to Robinson. It's stolen by Brown. Pass to Artest. Back to Brown. To the middle. Here's Kobe. And the Lakers tack on 2 more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Robinson against Brown. Robinson passes to Pierce. High post, Davis. Misses from short range.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And boy, to have someone back there who can erase your mistakes, what a big-time asset defensively.
Here's Bryant. Excellent D there from Pierce. Celtics trail by 21. Allen outside. Off target from outside. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Los Angeles calls timeout. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible. I'm not sure what he was thinking exactly, but he finds a way to convert.
Now Farmar. Outside Odom. There's the three. Good. And Farmar gets the assist. Farmar's got his third assist on the night.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Pierce with it. And it's Odom picking him up. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. Remember the time, Doris, when it was rare to see stars changing teams? Now we read about it every day.
No question, Kevin. Think back to my formative years watching the NBA as a fan. Larry Bird was a Boston Celtic. Magic Johnson was a Los Angeles Laker. The trend in today's NBA is that shorter player contracts, more player control over where they want to be. And the reality is this, Kevin, at some point, free agency entered the equation. It's appropriate, it's fair, they've earned the right to choose where they play.
That's good from Pierce. Pierce hits two.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Lakers leading by 20. And Walton kicks to Farmar. Back to Walton. Outside Odom. Dishes to Walton. Passes it to Farmar. Over Robinson. And Farmar gets it to go on the assist by Walton. Walton's got 3 assists now in this one. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pierce with a wide open look. No good from outside.
Well, 2 long-range bombs in the first, but that's stalled out right now.
The pass to Walton. Back to Brown. Here's Farmar, guarded by Robinson. Fade away. Here's Penga, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Boston called for the foul.
Shooting for Los Angeles. Penga. Taking 2 shots.
Shoot 2.
And the first one drops.
And good job bringing that free throw percentage up here in the second half. Doing a great job at the line.
And so he hits both. Doris, we've both been very public in our admiration for LeBron, the face of the league, for so many years. When he retires, and we're approaching that date, who do you think might step up and take his place as the face of the NBA?
Well, probably the most likely candidate is the new and reigning MVP, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo, who is an absolute physical force. He's put on 50 pounds. He's getting more and more skilled. When he adds that three-point shot as a consistent weapon and gets to an in-between game, he will be impossible to guard. Kawhi Leonard, he is now sort of taking over as a multi-time winner of the Finals MVP, and certainly a player guys want to play with. So just a couple of possibilities there, Kev.
Robinson kicks to Perkins. Robinson passes to Garnett. 4 on the shot clock. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Odom on the wing. To the paint. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
One shot.
That free throw good from Walton.
And this team will make you pay when they get chances at the free throw line. It's helped them pull ahead here today.
Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. Doris, all right, this is going to come out of the blue here, but if you had to choose between raising the height of the basket or widening the floor or even widening the lane, which would it be?
I have very strong feelings on this, Kevin, and for me it would be widening the floor. And the reason I say that is it feels to me in the last couple of years there are more sideline violations where teams are turning it over because they're trying to get to that corner three, one of the most advantageous, best shots in today's game. But because that three-point line is so close to the sideline out of bounds, we're seeing too many violations. So if I had to choose between one or the other, I would absolutely widen the floor.
Brown with it. Pass to Vujacic. He dishes it to Powell. Over Scalabrine. Powell. That's good. And so it's Boston with it. Now here is Robinson. And taken away by Brown. Pass to Morrison. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Morrison's got his first basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Pass to Finley. To stop the run. Back to Robinson. Vujacic grabs the miss.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Brown the pass to Vujacic. And another three for the Lakers.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
Boy, just sheer dominance, the ability to step into enemy territory and flat out take over. This is impressive.
Here's Finley. Up and in on the layup.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Vujacic kicks to Brown. Doris in 2004, the Charlotte Bobcats. Wow, hammering it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said. Here's the three. Drills the three-pointer. Finley's got 5 points now this quarter.
Listen, even average three-point shooters are going to make that shot. Defense must be better.
Here's Morrison. Lakers passing it around. He kicks kicks it to Brown. The pass to Walton. Just 5 on the clock. Over Daniels. And there's Luke Walton on the assist by Brown. Brown's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Powell against Williams. The shot, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
We call that a great contest. You know this is something he brings to the table, the ability to anchor your defense.
Here's Morrison. He's covered by Daniels. Boston shooting well. They're at 45%. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, fellas, that was vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Brown, the pass to Vujicic. That 3 off the mark. The Celtics have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the 4th quarter. Here's Finley. Here's Williams. And the slam by Williams.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Powell, the pass to Walton. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Here's Vujicic. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor. The Celtics have gone only 6 of 14 from the field in the 4th. Outside Robinson. The Lakers with the rebound. Brown's got his 4th rebound in this one. In basketball, like many sports, you can call some kind of penalty on almost every play. So with that in mind, where do we draw that line?
I would say that most coaches and most players would say as long as there's consistency with officiating, they can adapt to the way the game is being called. As fans, as broadcasters, what we want to see the game remain free-flowing, fluid, pretty, the ability to move and cut and not be impeded in your progress. That's what I want to see.
And we see that most nights.
No doubt.
Vujicic kicks to Brown. And it's blocked. Now Finley. That one off the back iron and out.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Pass to Morrison. Now Brown. Here's Vujicic. And the Lakers with another miss. 1:31 left here in the 4th quarter.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Lakers.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And you could tell they were ready for this one today, guys. There was something extra on the line, and they wanted it.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kobe Bryant.
No doubt he came to play tonight. This guy has been aggressive and effective.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. And so he makes both from the line. We're seeing some great shooters with length, tall players shooting from outside. That seems to be the rage right now, but when you look in your crystal ball, Doris, what might be the next player trend in the NBA?
So we saw the evolution of big men as three-point shooters, men being able to enter the league as sort of back to the basket, consistent rebounding forces out of the post, now stepping away and becoming threats as face-up scorers. To me, one of the most intriguing young players in the league right now is Nikola Jokic. Here's a 7-foot guy who is a tremendous playmaker. His instinct is to pass more than it is to score. So you wonder, is that the next evolution of big men? And then the other thing, Kevin, you are starting to see offensive rebounding went away as a focal point of teams in the NBA. You are starting to see teams go back after the the offensive glass. Does that continue?
That second chance is a big statistic, isn't it?
It is.
That one misses.
You know, he doesn't shrink the lead as much as he should have. That hurts a bit.
Boston foul call. Ryan Scalabrine. That's his first personal foul. Third team foul.
That free throw good from Gasol. Outside Bryant. Connects from three-point range. Kobe's got 36.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes, Greg, when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. "19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. 6 to shoot. Count that bucket. Bryant's got 38 points.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question, GA. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.